Hey guys, welcome to Memorial Day 2020. Quarantine at home style. Today's at home WOD is MURPH. It's the same as a not at home WOD or every other Memorial Day. I'm going to include some scaled variations of MURPH, but as you know, MURPH is run 1 mile, do 100 pull-ups. You may not have access to a pull-up rig, so I'll offer some variations there. You can either do dumbbell rows, you can even substitute Abmats. If you do dumbbell rows, try to do each arm 100 reps. Then it's 200 push-ups. You know push-ups, if you want to scale those push-ups, you can do them on your knees, or you can find a bench or something to do elevated scaled push-ups. Then it's 300 air squats. You know air squats. And then it's another 1 mile run as well. So I'll post up some scaling options, including shorter runs. Remember, if you haven't been doing your home workouts on the regular, you may not want to go for this high of a rep scheme on some of these movements. Trying to think what else. So Rx is typically vested for this, so if you have a vest and you've been doing this, been prepping, go ahead and wear it. Just use caution if you haven't been doing this kind of high repetition types of workout in the last 2 months. We don't want you getting hurt out there. All right, just have fun with it. Happy Memorial Day. Hope the weather cooperates. Again, I'll post the Rx form of the workout, all the variations, and then cool down afterwards, as well as a warm up before. Have fun with it. See you guys. Single arm dumbbell rows each side. Grab your object, slight bend in the knee, hinge the back, midline's nice and stable. Let that dumbbell hang out in front, keeping that midline stable, and row. Or start that lawnmower. However you want to look at it. Just 6 push-ups, plank position, chest to the ground, back up. There's a push-up. Keeping that body solid, that core engaged. If you're not quite there yet on the strict push-ups, do it from the knees. Chest to the ground, back up. Again, keeping the core engaged and that body straight from shoulder to knee. All right, after those 6 push-ups, you're gonna do 9 air squats. Find that squat stance. Push the butt back, down, parallel or below, back up. Midline stable, boom. 9 air squats. All right, welcome back for a very necessary cool down. You always have the option to do the shutdown challenge before you do this cool down. It's in the description below. Today's cool down involves the lizard pose. You're gonna do 30 seconds each side on that one. You can do that dynamic or static. And then the world's greatest stretch. With the world's greatest stretch, we're gonna rest 30 seconds in each pose. I'm gonna show you that now. So start with the world's greatest stretch, get in that plank position. Then bring your right foot on the outside of that right hand. You're gonna leave that left hand planted. You're gonna lift that right hand up and try to bring that right elbow to the ground. That is a very strong word, try. Not everybody should be able to, so don't worry about it if you can't, but the point is you're stretching this area right here. Your hamstring, your groin area is opening up. So we're gonna hold this position for about 30 seconds. So from this position, you're gonna go into a pigeon pose. So you can leave that left arm planked and just bring that leg under. Right leg under.
Lower yourself onto your elbows if you can. If you can bring your head down, great. But you're gonna hang into this pigeon pose for 30 seconds. You can kind of rock back and forth. Take deep breaths, try to stretch lower each time, but hold that position for about 30 seconds. After the pigeon, come on up into a straight leg. Hamstring stretch. Bring that toe up. If you can reach that toe, pull it toward you, and you're stretching this, holding this position for about 30 seconds. If you want to do a more dynamic release and stretch for that 30 seconds, you can. And then lastly, keeping that foot forward, you're going to work into a hip flexor stretch. Bring those hands overhead, push them toward the ceiling and lower, feeling that stretch in the hip flexor. I'll switch sides for you just so you can see. Again, hands toward the ceiling, lower leg, arch the back, feeling that stretch here. And hold for about 30 seconds for that pose, and then do the opposite side. Again, holding 30 seconds for each of those poses of the world's greatest stretch. All right, for that lizard pose, you're gonna get down on the ground. You're gonna have your right leg is forward, left hand on the ground. You're gonna grab that left foot with your right hand. And then you're gonna kind of ease forward, stretching that hip flexor area and that quad attachment, and just kind of leaning forward into that. Now you can gradually hold and breathe, and every time you exhale, try to stretch a little further for 30 solid seconds. Or you, again, can go dynamic with that and release the tension, go back in. Trying to get a deeper stretch, though, each time on that hip flexor front area. I'll do it with the opposite leg. You might get a better view. So again, grabbing your right foot with your left hand, and just bringing that left foot forward so that you can kind of lean in and stretch that hip flexor area. Really good quad stretch here too. And if you can, bring that chest up high. And again, you can either do that static, trying to stretch a little deeper each breath, or releasing and dynamically going deeper. So that is the lizard pose. That's your cool down for today. I'll see you again tomorrow. Thanks for joining Mitten Fitness, CrossFit Dexter, for these quarantine, stay home, get ripped workouts. Hey folks, really appreciate you tuning in. Please do us a favor, press that like button, subscribe, find us on Facebook, find us on Instagram, like us, follow us. Stay healthy.